Okay. I need everybody to stand exactly where they were after the shots were fired. And Miss St. Clair, you were standing right here.
What is the point? We know who tried to kill my husband. It was that lunatic. What's his name?
Ian Sykes. Probably halfway to Mexico by now.
That's true, Mr. Goodman, if you would. That's true. Ian Sykes got away.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, and I feel terrible about that. But today we're looking for his accomplice, the person who hired Ian Sykes.
Are you a poker player, Mr. Monk? Because you're either bluffing your ass off here or you're sitting on a very sweet hand.
Well, let's find out. Sir, all week long, I have been racking my brain who would want to take a shot at you. Then last night it occurred to me, maybe we've all been asking the wrong question. Maybe the shooter hit exactly what he was aiming at. Your bodyguard.
That's insane. Who'd want to hurt Jason Ronstadt?
That's not exactly showing initiative.
Right, but what if... What if Jason Ronstadt was the bodyguard who knew too much? You were dipping into the war chest again.
You gotta be kidding.
That's old news, Monk.
Mr. St. Clair, bear with me, please, sir. On your mark. Here's what I think happened. Nicole Vasquez was going over the books. Some numbers didn't add up.
Excuse me, sir. I was just wondering if I could talk to you for a sec. It seems that a large sum of money is going into a different account. I just...
Where?
She asked you about it, and you brushed her off.
Thanks for catching that, honey. That's what I pay you for. All right, I'll look into it, all right? Sure.
Maybe you even accused her of stealing the money.
Can you believe this guy? You are out of your mind. Out of your mind.
You started to worry the girl might talk. You couldn't buy her off. She had a little something we call integrity. So you decided it was time to hire somebody to kill her. But who? You asked Jason Ronstadt. But he turned you down. You were in hell, surrounded by honest people.
I don't have to stand here and listen to this. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Okay. Thanks, Captain. You kept shopping around. You found a professional, Ian Sykes. Sykes killed the girl. But you still had one loose end left. Jason Ronstadt, the first guy you asked.
Hell, that's all right. Flying 17 combat missions in the Gulf wasn't easy. Flying a fleet of mothballs easy.
Killing Jason Ronstadt in public was brilliant. Because everyone assumed it was an assassination attempt. And you got a twofer. Your problem is eliminated, and your candidate gets to look heroic.
I don't suppose you're gonna be able to prove any of this.
Well, here was your mistake.
My mistake?
Hey. This photograph was taken seconds after the shooting. That's you, isn't it? Pointing up at the sniper?
Yeah, so...
He's up there! I need an ambulance. Up there! Double units now! Now!
You're the only one pointing. How did you know where he was?
Because I saw him. He was right up there. Look.
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. Gentlemen, if you please. Last Thursday, there were approximately 400 balloons right here. There's only one way you could have known where Ian Sykes was. You hired the man.
This is totally ridiculous. I mean, it all happened so fast. It was chaotic. It was chaos. Maybe I didn't see him. Maybe I heard the shots.
You heard them?
Yes, I definitely heard them. Definitely heard them. We all heard them. They were coming from up there.
Well, if that's true, then you won't have any trouble finding Sharona.
What?
She is up there in one of these buildings with a starter's pistol. Heckle, this is Jekyll.
Are you all set?
Anytime, Jekyll.
Let's do it. It's kind of like an echo chamber, isn't it? We'll take another chance. Heckle, we're going for best out of 3.
There.
There?
No. Over there.
Are you sure?
Oh my God.
No, wait. Do it again. Do it again!
And you called yourself my Moses.
Like the real Moses, he won't be joining you in the promised land.
Warren, I didn't have any choice. That girl, Nicole, she would have buried me. She would have buried both of us. Warren!
Okay, Sharona, cut it out. That's enough. We got him. It's over. It's all over.
Mr. Monk.
Derek just wanted to stop in and say goodbye. They found a full-time replacement for the class. She's coming in tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Monk. A good teacher merely explains, a great one inspires. I think you could have been a great teacher.
Well, I'll still be here. Just won't be teaching.
Oh, yes, your hypothetical murder investigation. How is that going?
Pretty well, actually. Thanks for asking. We just got a big break. Her eyeglasses.
Eyeglasses.
Beth Landau always wore glasses. Seems she was blind without them. But they weren't near her body or on the roof. Where are they, you suppose?
I don't know.
No, we'll find them. Tomorrow morning, there'll be about 200 police cadets here, searching every square inch of the campus. We'll find them. And when we do, we'll know where Beth Landau was killed.
Good luck. Yeah, good luck.
Working late, Mr. Philby.
What's going on?
Mr. Philby, you're under arrest for murder in the first degree. Special circumstances.
Come on. That's insane. I told you I was...
Proctoring the SATs at the time, we know. It took me forever to figure out how you pulled it off. But then it hit me. You killed Beth Landau before the test started. You met her on the clock tower roof that morning at about 8 o'clock, 20 minutes before the test. Then you killed her. And you carried her body down the stairs to the clock room. This was inspired. She fell all right, but not from the roof. She fell from the clock. You laid her body out on the minute hand. It was 8:15, so the hand was perfectly horizontal. The SATs were to begin at 8:20. You had 5 minutes to get back to the classroom. Plenty of time. And you let gravity do the rest. It was just like one of your science experiments.
You took a pretty big risk, Philby, hiding the body in plain sight.
But it wasn't such a bad bet. That side of the tower faced the athletic field, which on a Saturday morning was completely deserted. Tick-tock. Until 8:25, when the body slid off the clock and landed on your car. You made sure that the alarm was activated so that everyone would know exactly when she fell. It was a perfect alibi. There was only one problem. The groundskeeper just happened to see you.
But you took care of him later.
I told you, Mr. Monk, a theory is just that unless you have some proof.
It's true. I don't have any proof, but you do. It's in your hand.
Oh, see, I found these on the roof. I think they're Beth Landau's. I think you're looking for them.
You didn't find them on the roof. You found them in the clock room under the gearbox because I put them there 2 hours ago. Only Beth Landau's killer would have known to look for them there. QED, quod erat demonstratum. Thus it is proved.
Did you get the red dress I sent you?
It's too weird just talking to a camera. Do you want me to wear it?
Well, that's the idea, sweetheart.
It's Captain Stottlemeyer.
Hello, Mr. Biderbeck.
Captain, I really wish you would have called. I'm a little busy at the moment.
I'm here to arrest you for the murder of Judge Kate Lavinio. That's a warrant. Duly sworn.
Sweetheart, I'm gonna have to call you back. Doctor, will you call Howard Klein and tell him we're suing the city for malicious prosecution again?
I have hired a local construction company to take out this door. We're gonna get a crane in here and lower your fat ass down to the street.
A crane? Oh, that's rich. But would you mind explaining to me how I'm supposed to have killed the bitch? I can't leave this room, remember?
Mr. Monk!
Well, my. It's the defective detective once more. Lay it on me, Einstein.
These 2 chairs are from the judge's house. The killer stood on one of them when he turned off the smoke alarm. A girl in the neighborhood saw, quote, a very, very fat man standing on it. But there's something funny about the chair. It's not broken. This is Sergeant Cargill from the 14th Precinct. Sergeant, how much do you weigh?
265.
Would you mind? So how could a very, very fat man have stood on it? There's only one explanation. He was a fat man, not a heavy man. Lieutenant! I visited your clinic today and borrowed one of your empathy suits. Fat, but not heavy. I believe we have another warrant to serve.
You're joking.
You were in it together. You killed her. The fat man planned it, but you did it. It was brilliant. You killed her, and then you left clues behind to make it look like Biderbeck did it. Why? Because he's the only person on Earth who couldn't possibly have done it. You wore enormous boots to leave big footprints. Breaking in was no problem. The housekeeper told you about the hide key. I admit I was confused until I figured out the sequence of events. First, you killed the judge. Then, you ransacked the house. Of course, you needed a witness. You put on one of your fat suits, set off the alarm, and then waited until you were sure somebody was watching. And finally, you called 911. And you're great with voices, Doctor. We've all heard you.
It's right downstairs.
Biderbeck even supplied you with videotapes of the judge so you could practice.
This is insane. Why would I risk everything?
Well, you really didn't have a choice, did you, Glenn? I knew Christiane wasn't your real name as soon as you said you were 37 years old. You told Sharona that you were named after Christiane Barnard, but he wasn't famous until 1967, after you were born.
I put the FBI on it. They were looking for you. Your real name is Glenn Q. Sindel. You killed a child 5 years ago.
Accident.
You were operating on her so doped up you couldn't see straight.
Accident.
Convicted of manslaughter and reckless endangerment, you were looking at 15 years minimum. You jumped bail before sentencing, and then you disappeared.
Until now. And somehow, Beiderbecke learned your secret, and from that moment on, he owned you. Didn't he?
Listen, I just have to say, fantastic work, really. Both of you, kudos. And for the record, I am shocked that my personal physician is both a fugitive and a cold-blooded killer. Shocked. But you can't really tie me to the crime, can you?
Well, now that really depends on Mr. Sindel. What do you say, Glenn? Would you like to talk to us?
It will be my pleasure. I'm looking forward to testifying against you. Maybe once and for all I can redeem myself for everything I've done. All the pain I've caused. I detest you.
Do you?
With every fiber of my being. Beiderbecke, you're an abomination. An odious, gluttonous, putrid freak of nature.
Wow, it's been a long time since anyone's called me that. Listen, by the time my lawyers are through with you, you're not gonna know which end is up. There's not a prison in the country that can hold me.
Very few shopping malls that can hold you. But nonetheless, we're gonna give it a try.
What's he doing?
I think he's trying to kill me.
Philip, you're dragging your feet. Point your toes. Let's do it again.
Excuse me, Natasha Lavore.
Da.
Need to ask you one or two questions.
This is about my ex-husband. You're wasting your time.
This isn't only about Sergei, ma'am. You're also the suspect in the murder of Edgar Heinz, the elephant trainer.
Don't be ridiculous. That was an accident. Tragic.
No, it was homicide, premeditated, and we have the murder weapon right here. Lieutenant! You waited for Mr. Heinz to put his head under Dee Dee's foot. And then you gave the command for the elephant to stomp. She is well trained, weighs over 4 tons. A perfect killing machine.
Adrian, I gotta go. Just tell me what happened. Tell me what.
But I was nowhere near the pen when it happened.
That's true. You weren't there. You gave the command from across the midway over a walkie-talkie.
Oh.
Lieutenant, could you check behind the elephant's ear?
Got it.
Careful with that, Randy. We need the prints.
Why kill Edgar Heinz? Well, you had no choice. He knew that you had murdered your ex-husband that Monday night.
Mr. Monk, you are demented.
Nevertheless, you did it. Excuse me, I'm summing up the case here.
The killer ran away. My foot is broken. You saw the x-ray.
All week, I've been asking the wrong question. I've been asking if your foot was broken. I should have been asking when your foot was broken. It's true, you fell during a show 2 weeks ago, but it wasn't an accident. You said it yourself. The first thing you learned is how to fall. I'm guessing it was one of the best performances of your life, Natasha. And your fear of hospitals came in quite handy. There was no x-ray. Everyone just accepted the fact that your foot was broken. What is your problem?
Hey, clown, take a walk.
The night of the murder, you slipped out of your cast and followed your ex-husband and his girlfriend. You waited until they were in a crowded restaurant. You needed witnesses to see you running. That was the key to your plan. I wasn't there, but I heard you were dazzling. You really are the queen of the sky.
An interesting theory, Mr. Monk. Perhaps you'd like to x-ray my foot again.
No need for that. I'm quite sure it really is broken.
Good.
Now, you knew you'd be a suspect, and you knew that we'd want an x-ray.
It's not an easy thing to do, breaking your own foot. After the murder, you came back here. It was late. Everyone was sleeping. Everyone except Dee Dee's trainer. His trailer was right there. He probably woke up and looked outside. Can't somebody do something about this clown?
Look, I'm a police officer. Knock it off. Go ahead.
Like Tolstoy, you know how to tell a clever story. But you need proof. The elephant isn't talking. Anyone could have put that radio thing in her ear.
Randy, take that down to the laboratory, straight away.
I don't think they'll find any prints. She's too smart. I'm sure she wiped it down. Then again, that walkie looks brand new, which means she had to put batteries in it. You did remember to wipe your prints off the batteries, didn't you, Natasha?
Waka waka! All right, that's it, freak. You're under arrest. For what? For impersonating an officer.
Hey! 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 Get her! Get her!
Don't move! Go, go!
It's jungle out there. Disorder and confusion everywhere. No one seems to care. Well, I do. Hey, who's in